Coming up in this week's running vlog, I'm going to be talking about drinking. Yes, how much alcohol should you have on a run? Or is it water? So of course, it is water, it's not alcohol, although that would be quite interesting, especially if you had something really strong. That would make for an interesting run, but I don't know where I'm going with this, so let's stick with water. What is the whole hydration thing? I thought I'd talk about how I keep myself hydrated, what I do on different sorts of runs, because it's something that I kind of struggled to find the balance with when I first started running. So if you're kind of early on in this whole running thing, then you might find that interesting. And I also would be interested to know what you do. But first of all, let's get on with today's run, and it will come as no surprise to you if you're a regular viewer that I'm going to head out for a 10k, my favourite distance to run. It's a weekend, and the sun is shining. It is quite cold today though, so I'm looking forward to just getting going, because I think I need to get going and warm up. So let's get cracking with the run, and let's talk all things hydration on the other side. There we are, 10k complete. It was a nice, slow, leisurely 10k again today. I do want to have another crack at a fast one at some point, but I'm just kind of enjoying just going out slowly. So here's the times, and I did keep going actually because I finished quite away from where I would normally start to walk, so I thought I'll just keep going. And also it means at least I can get the 10th kilometre on the stats. So there we are, that's done. Right, let's talk hydration. Now, I don't know about you, but I am probably guilty of not drinking enough water. I think the amount of water you're supposed to take on each day, don't take my word on this, please. I'm not medically trained, believe it or not, but it's somewhere between 3 and 4 litres, I think, something like that. But of course, there are different opinions on this, so I wouldn't Google it. There's an awful lot of rubbish on the internet, but it's something like that, I think. But of course that would come from not just drinking actual water, but from drinking anything really, any beverage you might drink, you might want to have, but of course food as well. I mean, you get something like 1/5 of the fluids that you need from the food that you eat. I think it's something like that anyway, but as I said, I am not an expert on these matters. I'm one of these people, you might do this if you work at a desk, fill up a glass of water, put it by the side of you when you work, do some work, and then you look and there's that glass of water untouched half an hour later. I'm terrible for that, and I do try. I mean, for years I've been trying to sort of drink, and really you should be doing this thing where you drink like a lot of water. In fact, if you're thirsty, then it's probably too late, because you should be drinking before your body tells you that you need to, really. I think I'm right in saying that as well, but there'll be people that are much more knowledgeable about these things who would be able to answer that question. Okay, so when you go for a run, you do want to kind of make sure that you are hydrated enough, because if you're not, and I found this when I wasn't hydrating enough for a run, I'd come home after a run and I'd have a bit of a headache, and that's a prime indicator that, yeah, definitely you have not drunk enough. But then it was kind of, well, what should I do and how should I do it? And I went through a kind of a process where I was just trying to work out what should I drink and what's going to be the best thing for me. So I'm going to tell you actually what I've worked out works for me And of course, as usual, these things, your mileage may vary. So if I'm going out for any length of any run at all, I try and remember to do the whole hydration thing during the course of the day. Now, if you run first thing in the morning, that's not so easy. But for me, I'm not a morning person. I tend to run later in the day. So during the course of the day, I'm trying to sip. And I think really everything in moderation, not kind of glug down loads of water, just trying to sip and keep myself reasonably well hydrated during the course of the day. Then before I go out for a run, I will have a little drink, just a little drink. You know, not much, just a little bit like that, just to kind of get me started. Then I'll go out for my run, and I don't tend to take anything with me to hydrate as I'm running. And then when I get home, I'll definitely have another little bit of water like that. And I find for 5k, that works for me. I don't need to take anything extra with me. If I get caught short in not like that, but I mean, if something happens, like the time that I was running and a fly flew into my mouth, then it's quite nice to have a drink with you. So there are times when I wish I did take one, even on a short run, but most of the time, 5k, I don't. It's different for 10k. Now, for 10k, I will take a drink with me. And what I found is that I take a bottle like this. So this is quite a little, you can see, look, it's not massive, unless I've got a particularly large head. They are, so that's a little bottle that I picked up, I don't know, in a, like motorway services or something. I think I picked this up in, I don't know where from really. And it is, doesn't say how big it is, but you can see there. I'll put something on the screen while I've got it next to like a larger bottle. And the good thing about this is that it will slip into my shorts pocket. And I can't hear it, well I can hear it now, making a noise. I can't hear this sloshing about. I've gone out with a larger bottle, and the problem with that is I can put that in my shorts pocket, but I can hear it sloshing about, and it's not great, and it's not a very nice experience. But this holds just enough water. You can see there's a little bit left in there. I've had all of that on my run, and there's a little bit left just for me as I'm doing my cool down. Perfect, really. I actually find that to be just right, and it slips in my shorts pocket. For longer runs, if I was going to go a bit longer again, start heading up over 10k, then I might look at getting one of those bum bags that has like the kind of pocket on it where you can put a larger bottle in. They're quite good, but I don't know what they would be like, whether you sort of feel like the water's sloshing about. I don't know. This works quite well for me, so I have that. What I also do, again, for 10k, well, anything over 5k really, is that I'll take one of these kind of energy boosting gel supplement things that you can, I don't honestly know whether they're any good. I don't know whether it makes any difference really, but it's something else to have on my run. I tend to have that sort of before halfway really, normally about between 4 and 5k I'll have that. You can, of course, get other little supplements that you can put in your water. I don't know whether any of those are any good, are they? I'll be interested to know what you think, whether any of this stuff that you have is actually any good, whether it does zest you up a bit. But I find that works for me. That works. And when I get home as well, I'll have that, and then I'll probably have another little drink when I get home, and that'll be fine. I'll find that is actually fine for me. But the key, I think, is sort of little and often. I think it's to sort of drink the water, try and keep your hydration levels up, just generally in life, not just for running. So what do you do? What lessons can be learnt? Be interested to know what you think. Put your comments below. I was going to tell you a story today as well, but I'm so out of breath. I don't think I am. I don't know why I'm out of breath, because I ran slowly, so that's a bit weird. But yeah, anyway. I will tell you, because otherwise this is going to be a very, very short video. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go this way. So, there we are, head for home. Yeah, what it was is I'm actually filming this in the end of March. It's because this is going to go out, I think, on the 8th of April, something like that. But I'm filming this end of March, and technically we're still in lockdown. Although you wouldn't necessarily notice. I mean, I've been trying very hard to follow the rules, stay at home, lockdown, don't go out, only essential journeys only. It's been an essential journey. So we've been wanting to do it. My wife's a bit of a gardener. I just dig where I'm told to dig. I'm not a very good gardener, but she's a great gardener. And she's wanting to get all sorts of bedding plants and grow vegetables and things as well. She's wanting to stock up and get a load of stuff. But of course, that's not really what you would call an essential journey, really, is it, to go to the garden centre and get one? So we haven't gone to get anything. Anyway, the lockdown, as I'm recording this, is finishing tomorrow. and then it's kind of stay local. So with 1 day to go, we're very naughty, or we thought we were naughty. We thought we'd go out to the garden centre and get all these bits and pieces, the bedding plants, things for hanging baskets, and mainly to get seeds and things to grow the vegetables, that sort of thing. Anyway, the place was absolutely packed. With, I suppose, what people were doing is they were buying emergency bedding plants that they can clearly do without. Lockdown? What's that? I don't know what I'm worrying about. It was absolutely and the thing about it, because people had their face masks on, which is good, we had our face masks on, and with that, and while I was in there, my mum's not been very well, bless her, recently, and she's perking up a bit. I thought I had these little jams in there, nice little jams, a little gift bag. I thought, oh, I'll get her that, because when I go around and see her, I'll be able to take some little jams for her. She can put it on her scone. That would be nice. So I'm there looking at these jams, see what they've got. And as I'm looking, face mask on, looking at these jams like this, I feel this head appear sort of here, and I thought, that's not the wife. That's not my good lady. And I turn around, there's some old lady, she's literally there. I could have put my tongue in her ear. She was just there. And I think, well, what's going on there? What's that all about? So, right, we are, just socially distancing. And, she waited. So, yeah, and, you know, you just sort of think to yourself, this is why I kind of haven't gone out and broken the lockdown. Because, oh dear, I'm bleeding now. I just went into the thickets here, and there was a sharp thing, so I am now bleeding from the leg. This is good, isn't it? Oh, I need to go home. So anyway, yes, so there we are. That's what happened. This was today, this was earlier today, so there we go. And actually, I should then therefore have come out for a run, really, probably, but I don't know. Nobody's taking any notice, are they? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're keeping well. I'm going to go home now, and thank you very much for watching. Just let me know what you think about the whole hydration thing. It's not a rip-roaringly interesting subject, but it is something that I found it took me a while to get to grips with. So you might feel the same, and I'd be very interested to know how you cope with it and what you think. Right, that's it this week. It's been a weird, rambly sort of video this week. I'm not very happy with this. There's going to be an awful lot of editing required. And I will see you for another one next week. Have a good week.